That's why you don't pick your husband in the 2nd grade, right? We need to iterate. Who's the right one? I love things. I own things. I'm not a minimalist. I wish I was.
Let's get into it. This is Barely Keeping It Together.
What is up, you guys? It is Marissa back with Barely Keeping It Together, and today we are talking all about decluttering. Now, this video is different than other decluttering videos, and you're gonna say, why, Marissa? Why are you different? Why are you special? Well, this is not a minimalist guide to decluttering. This is a maximalist's guide to decluttering. Look around. Does it look like I'm a minimalist? Nah, brah. I'm not a minimalist. I wish I was. I'm not. I'm a maximalist. I love things. I own things. And yes, I love a decluttered space. Yes, I love a clean space. Yes, I love a clear workspace, but I'm not a minimalist. So today we're going to talk all about how to declutter if you are a maximalist like me. So what I decided to do was also include the footage of you guys coming along with me over to my closet to declutter that space, because I'm a maximalist, and don't you want to see like a good before and after as well? So I have showed you guys my closet before, but now I went through and I overhauled the space, I moved things. So let's check that out as well in this video, just to add some visual stimuli for you. Your first step to decluttering as a maximalist is to choose one space that you want to declutter. And I tell you to choose your space that you want to work on, because we like things. If you try to organize, your entire house and entire area, it's going to be too much. So just focus on one space at a time. Number 2 is define how you want to use that space. So let me give you an example of this. If I were to do my master bedroom, it is my hangout space, my bedroom space, as well as my home office. So I would need to define how I wanted to use the space so that I could organize it in a way that flowed for all of its uses. Now, if a room was just a playroom or just a living room, it can be very simple, but make sure you have a defined idea of what it is that you use the space for before you start the decluttering process. Now, step number 3, this might seem a little silly to you, but trust me, it is gonna feel so good afterwards. I want you to take some before pictures. If you're brave, share them on Instagram. By the way, shameless plug, go follow me over on Instagram at Barely Keeping It Together. Anyway, so take some before pictures, because it's like plastic surgery. If you're gonna do after, you're gonna wanna see the before, right? To see where you were and where you have come to. So take some before pictures so that you're gonna feel so proud after it's done. Now, when it comes to decluttering the space, this is like the meat of it. And I need you to follow rule number 4, which is unapologetically just get rid of things. If you think that you don't need it anymore, or you think that it doesn't serve you anymore, just get rid of it. We are maximalists, so I promise you, you're already holding on to things that you don't need and you're not going to use. So please be unapologetic in just getting rid of things. Next step is do not have a scarcity mindset while decluttering. Why is this so incredibly important? It is all about manifestation and mindset. What we put in our brain, we create. We've talked about this a million times. We can talk all about manifestation. By the way, if you're interested, go check out my vision board video. I will link that above. But if you are subconsciously thinking something, your brain will work 20 times harder subconsciously to manifest that than it would consciously. So how does that translate to you decluttering? If you are holding on to something out of a scarcity mindset, you are not going to manifest more abundance and wealth in your life. You're not going to manifest the ability to replace something. So let me give you a great example. I had a basket of old slippers. You guys, I was not going to wear the slippers because for me, slippers get worn out. I need new slippers like literally every season because I just wear them all over the house. But it was scarcity mindset for me to hold on to old slippers, acting as if it's the Great Depression, I'm never gonna get a new pair of slippers. Now, let me please understand and acknowledge that I do understand fast fashion and that's not super eco-friendly, but however, something that I do use every single day and I wear out every single season, I am gonna replace as needed. I do hold on to other things. I got this bag 16 years ago. It's about balance, right? Some things we hold on to 16 years, some things we hold on to for 3 months. Slippers for me are 3 months. Now, if I just always held on to my slippers because I didn't believe I was gonna make enough money or have enough in my life to be able to buy more slippers when I wanted them next season, guess what I'm going to subconsciously create? So just unapologetically declutter and do not have a scarcity mindset. If it doesn't serve you, it doesn't fit you. Guys, the subconscious things we do to our brain when we hold on to things that do not fit us, it is not good. Actually, to that point, I should probably go through and get rid of all of my fat clothes because guess what? They don't fit me anymore. I lost weight and I should manifest that around me because I don't want to be big again. The next tip within the category of unapologetically getting rid of things is trash things that are trash. Nobody wants your old trash. Now, if you have an old shirt that's literally ripped up, your old used underwear, like these sorts of things, please do not assume that you should donate that. Nobody wants your old ruined items. Now, if you have nice things, you absolutely can donate, lightly used or like things that still have life in them. But if you've absolutely trashed something, please don't think that somebody is going to buy it from you. Like they're not going to. So just trash things that are trash. Now, beyond that, recycle things within your house. What do I mean by that? Old blankets, old tablecloths can become throws for the ground when you're doing a painting project to protect things. They could make sure that dust doesn't get on furniture in your basement, those sorts of things. I personally do a lot of painting, so I have a whole box in my closet of painting clothes, which are shirts that have gotten paint on them, they've been worn out, etc. So I hang on to those things, but I just have a small 12 by 12 box. And if it doesn't fit in there, bye. So do definitely recycle what you can within your own home. But if it's been worn to death, get rid of it. Okay, the next tip that I am so guilty of is you need to move things that don't belong in the space. Let me give you a great example here. My master closet has sort of become a hoarder's paradise. I found that I kept a lot of sentimental items that should be in the basement in my sentimental specific boxes, but they were in my master closet. My best friend, shout out Kayla, invited me to be in her wedding party with a beautiful wine bottle with a picture of us and a nice message on it. And you guys, I'm never gonna get rid of it. It means a lot to me. I have some of my grandfather's old sweaters and his belt from World War II, which means so much to me. But there is no reason that they should be in my master closet. They should be in the basement in my sentimental stuff. And so just make sure that the things that are in the space that you're decluttering actually belong there. If it's going to stay in the space, it has to have a home so that when I'm cleaning again in the future, I know exactly where it goes. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's a clear and designated space for everything in my closet. Now, before you quote unquote put everything together, and this could be just depending on the space that you're organizing. So in my pantry, there was a specific time that I did this. In my closet, there was not. But depending on the space, you want to make sure you categorize like items together. So in my pantry, I categorize all my crackers and my cookies and my canned goods. In my closet, I actually have different categories. Categorize like items so that they all sit together. When you later go into that space, you know what categories they are. Then before you put the space together, map out how you want it to lay out. Now, what I love to do is actually come into the space with sticky notes and sort of move them around and figure out what the best layout for that space is and how I want it to function in my every single day life. Then you're just gonna get to it. You're gonna take your newly decluttered items and put them where they belong per the map that you made. That being said, you're gonna be in there and you're gonna be like, this ain't right. Marissa told me this is how I do it, but it just doesn't feel good. Something's wrong. Iterate, you guys. Iteration is, honestly, iteration is the key to life. We don't know exactly what's gonna work from go. That's why you don't pick your husband in the 2nd grade. right? We need to iterate. Who's the right one? Maybe that was a tangent. That being said, iteration is the key to success in organization, because you're gonna walk into the space and you're gonna feel like, this isn't right, I don't like this layout. So you need to like zhuzh. You need to move things around. I'm the queen of zhuzhing. I promise you, I zhuzh everything all the time. So those are all of the steps to get you from a maximalist, cluttered, gross space that you were a clutter bug to a maximalist, clean and organized, beautiful, aesthetic space. I have something incredibly exciting to share with you guys. If you enjoyed this video, I have launched a brand new 3-day series. It is a challenge called the Get Your Together Challenge. It is for all of you out there who are just like me. You are barely keeping it together. You are a hot mess and you want to get your together. So it's going to be linked down below, and it is a 3D course with 3 days of videos and a workbook. Day 1 is declutter your space. Day 2 is declutter your mind, and day 3 is declutter your vision. I would love it if you guys join me for that 3-day video series. It is linked down below in the video description if you guys are interested, and you can always check it out at barelykeepingittogether.com. Now, of course, if you guys have any questions about it, you can always DM me over on Instagram at Barely Keeping It Together. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned a little bit about being a maximalist and still not wanting to be a clutter bug, and you can have a clutter-free, gorgeous home, even if you love things like me. We love things. We love home decor. We're owners of things. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That does so much for my channel, as well as if you subscribe to get more videos just like this. I would also love it if you go follow me over on Instagram at Barely Keeping It Together. Otherwise, I will chat with you guys later. Bye.